to Nubian Queen Talk Show, where we share our truths, tell our stories, and discuss our journey while inspire others to be who God has called them to be unapologetically. Allow us to introduce the amazing host, Queen Yolanda Mitchell. Welcome to Nubian Queen Talk Show. I am your beautiful host, Queen Yolanda Mitchell. And y'all, I'm so excited about tonight because guess what? We got some women that's going to come on and be transparent. They're going to be open. They're going to be honest. And they're going to be real about tonight. Why do women cheat? Ain't that a good question? That's a good question because guess what? Women cheat. Yes, we do. Believe it or not. We cheat, okay? And there's numerous reasons why, we do. Ain't no excuses though. But these women right here, they're going to be honest. They're going to come on with us. They're going to be just open and honest with us. They're going to tell us the truth. They're going to tell us the real truth, the clean truth, the dirty truth. They're going to tell the truth, y'all. So I'm excited all about tonight and what God is doing. So before we get started, y'all go ahead and start sharing this video. Share it on your Facebook page. Go ahead and tag your family and friends. So let me go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and start tagging your family and friends, okay? So that we can get them on this talk show. We're ready. We're ready to go live. We're ready to share with as many people as possible. Go ahead and let people know what time it is, okay? Not only are we live, but we also a live radio show as well, okay? So this thing is real. It's going to be real. So people around the world are going to be able to listen in on this show, okay? So I'm super excited about it. Go ahead and start sharing it as I am sharing. We're going to go ahead and bring the first woman of God up as she introduced herself. She's going to tell us more about who she is. Then we're going to bring the other woman of God up. So we're going to first bring up Apostle Rivers. We're going to bring her up to talk. Hello, Apostle. How are you?
I am well. How are you, Prophet?
I am well. Listen, I've been so excited about tonight. I've been excited, like real excited about tonight.
Yes.
And what God is doing. And I said, Lord Jesus, I said, this thing right here is going to be real. It's going to be all the way, what we call it, all the way live.
All right.
I'm just excited. I'm trying to get my hookup set up here. Let me see if you can hear me a little bit better because something happened. Yourself. Can you tell us more about yourself? Okay.
Yes, of course. So I am Apostle Dr. Tangela Mitchell Rivers. I am a wife, a mother, grandmother. I am the owner of TMR Global, where we have her table. It's where healing, equipping, and restoration is served. I am the midwife to help those women who are in transition, those women who are trying to find out their identity, who has something inside of them that God has placed that needs to be birthed. I am her. And so I am excited to be here, looking forward to this conversation and all that God is going to do tonight.
Listen, you said I am her. In case you don't know, you look at I am her. I am her. I am her. That's right. That's like presenting yourself. It's like saying, "Who are you?" Say, "I am her." You looking for this person. I am her. I've arrived. Come on.
There you go. Come on now.
Don't get me started on tonight. Don't get me started. We got another beautiful woman of God that is coming forth because I'm just so excited for y'all. Yes, so I'm going to bring the other woman of God up. Hello, woman of God, Author Brandon Pyburn. How are you?
Blessings and greetings. Hello. Woo, tired.
I know you had a full day, a busy day. I'm just saying, and I'm so glad that we're here. And we're ready to get this thing moving on tonight. I've been waiting for this thing for a while. Before we get started, can you introduce yourself?
So for those of you who don't know me, I am Author Brandy Pyburn. Some of you may know me as Elder Brandy Pyburn. Some of you may refer to me as Coach Renee. I am the spiritual life coach who prays about it all. So What that entails, I am an author, a publisher, CEO, and founder. I am woman of God with many hats. I do it all, and all do I do. I continue to gracefully soar like an eagle. So there's nothing to the limitations of what God has put over my life. I continue to just open what I can, dwell in what I do, and just be a leader to many as God allows me to stretch beyond territory.
Now listen, that's what I'm talking about. So y'all, we have a coach here as well as an apostle, and we are talking about why do women cheat. Now, y'all know how I do the New Being Queen Talk Show. Y'all make sure that y'all comment, ask questions, share this live, share this live on tonight. Okay, so we're about to get into it. So, Apostle, I'm gonna start with you, woman of God.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna start with you. Can you tell us the big question for tonight? Why do women cheat?
Lust.
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 Okay.
A spirit of lust has been deposited, and because we have not dealt with that spirit, it has run rampant. Now, for me, because I'm gonna talk about me, right?
Yes, okay.
For me, the lustful spirit entered in through molestation as a young girl. That opened the door to a whole lot that I wasn't even ready for. Did not even understand until I came into knowing, truly who God is. Not the God that we read about, but knowing the God that I know, the God that I serve, the God that came and encountered me. And so it's a difference when you're reading about somebody versus when you're in a relationship with them. And so I knew the God that my grandmother had talked about, that my mother had talked about, that I had gone to church and heard the preacher talk about, but I had never encountered God for myself. And so when I did, he began to highlight those areas within me that needed to be checked, because we always look outside of ourselves and it's everybody else's fault why we do what we do.
You better say that.
But the reality of it is, we really have to look at the woman for tonight, the woman in the mirror, or the man in the mirror, whoever it is. But we do have to look within ourselves to find out what's going on with you. Because if you're the common problem, you the problem. And so that lustful spirit though took over me in some areas. And I'm gonna give Coach Brandy, Elder Brandy, a little time to talk about it before we get into the meat of everything. But that was my thing, was lust.
So I want to ask you, Apostle. So I can't blame my boyfriend. I can't blame my husband. I can't blame somebody else for me cheating. So I can't sit there and say because they didn't fulfill my needs, or they didn't, they didn't, make me feel special, or I had to go out and look for attention somewhere else. I have to look at me. It's not their fault, it's mine.
It's your fault. It's your fault. Because when you truly learn to love yourself, you'll learn how to fill in those gaps where everybody else supposed to do something. We have this where they're supposed to spend this type of time with me, or they're supposed to make me feel this way. But when I love on myself, I do all of that anyway.
Come on.
You're just complimenting it. You're not completing me.
Ooh.
Say that.
Ooh. Elder, okay, I'm gonna let you take that one, Elder.
So just to piggyback off of that, just speaking from experience, resentment will cause you to cheat. Okay. It can be resentment, not just in your relationship, but just within. It can be anything idolizing resentment, anything that makes you feel less about yourself. That will cause you to really step outside of who you know you are, to try to identify who you think you are. There's a difference, knowing and thinking. And oftentimes when we become resented within ourselves, we start thinking that we should be like everybody else. We start gathering that mentality that, the saying, hurt people hurt people.
Oh, yeah.
So when you've been hurt and resented so much in life, now you're becoming adaptable to what you think is who you're supposed to be. It's not who you are, it's who you think you're supposed to be. So you create a character for yourself. And this is why I tell people, be careful with that role playing. Because when you start diving into them different characters, you start bringing in different spirits. And when they start coming, they start laying dormant. And when they lay dormant, now you picking up what you think you need to be versus who you should be. And you just start playing this role. And now you going tit for tat. Now you with a cheating man, and now you trying to out cheat him. You become so toxic. You know what I'm saying? Because, and that's the part that I think men don't understand. When you got a good woman and you resent that woman, you cause her to become a toxic woman, because now she's trying to prove that you're not going to play her.
Okay.
You're not going to play her. And so she tilts her crown instead of straightening it.
Ooh.
And leaning on what she thinks she needs to do or who she thinks she needs to be to satisfy herself. It's not about the man when women cheat.
Okay. Come, you better help us.
It's about, because one thing, here's what I'm gonna help y'all tonight.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this: do women of God cheat? Do women of God?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. You think everybody in church is saved? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You got first ladies sitting up in the church, sleeping with the deacons. You know what I'm saying? This is not nothing new. This has been going on for decades. Married to an honorable man of God, but she'll cheat because outside of that pulpit, that honorable man of God makes her feel lesser than what she wants to feel. And what people don't understand is that men watch how you treat your woman.
Ooh, they watch.
They watch. They may never say nothing, but they watch. And the minute she even look vulnerable, baby, it's over. He's sliding in like a slither snake. He gonna tell her everything that she want to hear, everything that she needs to hear. And then he gonna do exactly what the husband is doing. Why? Because that's something in her that's attracting those spirits. See, whom the Son sets free is free indeed. You just gotta be delivered. You gotta be delivered. You gotta be delivered. You gotta be. That's the only way. That's the only way.
Help. You want to say something, Apostle?
No. I'm agreeing. You definitely, you do have to. And so it goes back to the root, though. It's the root of the issue. What are you dealing with as a woman? What are we dealing with? So that means I have some insecurities because I'm feeling resentful. I feel like you resent me. I feel like I have some insecurities because, again, if I'm a whole woman, meaning I have been healed, delivered, and set free, therefore God is filling me with everything that I need. I don't have to depend on a man. See? And it's not arrogance. This is just fully me being who I am in God.
So do y'all think that some women cheat because their men are cheating or they think they're cheating? So they feel like, so when they go out and cheat, they feel like, oh, I'm going to get back at you because you did it to me. Or since you out there having fun, I want to go out there and have me some fun. Do y'all think that could, No?
I think that. Go ahead, Apostle. Go ahead. Go ahead. I got you. Go ahead.
I think that some women do feel that. I think that, yes, we do feel, so he did it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the tit-tat. I'm going to get the get back. However, at what point do we mature? because what's good for you or for him doesn't mean it's good for me. And when you are, again, and I keep speaking about the whole woman because that's where I'm at. We're going to talk about what I was. But for right now, speaking about the whole woman, again, my full surround, everything surrounds, I surround it with God. It's God. It's God first. And when he begins to heal you in those places, I don't need no tit for tat, because you know what? You got to deal with God on that. How you treating me, what you doing, you got to deal with God. I'm going to step back and take my hands off. That's the best thing that I could do. Step back and take my hands off and let God deal with you. He says vengeance is his.
Yes.
So I'm going to be the wife that I am, or the woman that I am, but I'm a wife. So I'm going to be the wife that I am. And my husband going to have to take those consequences if that's what he decides to do.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
So
let me say this. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. Not all women cheat because they man cheat. A lot of women cheat out of fear. Now, 9 times out of 10, when a man cheats on a woman, she's going to forgive him. And she's going to forgive him multiple times. But here's the key. Women have that mentality, some, to think that, oh, well, if I forgive him and I cheat, he'll have to forgive me. But in reality, a man can't handle the same type of hurt that a woman can handle. So when that woman steps outside of that relationship, that man is devastated. But here's where this is where it gets crazy, because a woman will cheat out of fear. And when I say fear meaning she doesn't want to lose that man to another woman, right? So she'll cheat thinking her expectations is she won't get caught. She won't get caught. She's cheating out of fear. So she plays this manipulation game. She's playing it with herself, and then she's playing it with the person she's with. But she fears that if she gets caught, what's going to happen? Is he going to jump on me, or is he going to leave me? And crazy as it sounds, y'all listen to me as a coach. I'm telling y'all, people actually would rather get beat on than for the man to leave them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is serious. You heard about women staying in these relationships for years.
Right.
Getting beat on because she'd rather get hit on and feel like he loves her because he's attacking her than for him to leave and disown her.
Wow. Okay. Now I've been told this. Do you think that women cheat better? Like, you know how men, they go out there, they cheat. And I don't know, they just just get too comfortable and they just forget that you cheating, to the point. And I've been told this, that when, like, you don't want a cheating woman because it's gonna be hard to catch her. It's gonna be hard trying to figure her out because she will still come home when she needs to be there. See, now men, they go out and they cheat. You don't forget you need to be home at a certain time, and you don't forget that you can't, you changing up the routine. See, we're gonna we got this thing planned, and we already gonna be there on time. We're gonna be done washed ourselves up. We're gonna have the house cooked and clean, and still have sex with you, boo. I mean, cause we can do that. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying, because I've been told that women, and I thought about that thing, and I was like, you know what, women are some sneaky, manipulative, conniving women. And when they're out there doing that stuff, they know how to, talk. I'm talking about, we quick on our feet, already. We quick on our feet. So if he asks the question, we more than likely already got an answer to it. And then we're gonna clean it up some kind of way. I don't know, but it's just some kind of thing. I just want to put that out there, because a lot of women that I have found that when they out there and they're cheating, they're good about this. They don't thought it through. It's like they done, like some men, they don't think about that thing. They don't think about, possibly getting caught. They just be out there just doing stuff. But I was just told that women cheat better. They just, Apostle, help me out.
So I do think that because women are planners, we plan. It's not a lot of men don't plan. And I think that aspect of it does help women to be a little bit more discreet in what they do. Um, yeah, sneaky. Men are sneaky too. Men are sneaky too. So I just think that we think things out a little bit more than men do.
Okay. Okay, so now let's get to some of the meat of it. Have any of you had that experience of cheating? And then how was your experience? Like, what are some of the things that was happening that led up to it? And is there ever a time that you felt okay with the cheating? Like, do you ever get to a place when you're cheating that you feel okay with? Are you justified while you're cheating? Does it ever, I know it's like 2 or 3 questions, but when anyone of y'all can dive in at any point, at any moment, help me out.
God, Lord, help
Coach.
Woo, Jesus. Yes, there was a era in my life when I thought I was Mac of the year. I went on the rage. I think at the most I had like 6 guys. I wasn't sleeping with all 6, but I was talking to 6 guys at one time, for various reasons. I think for me, it was more so coping with death. I lost a lot, went through just a horrible time in life. After trying to commit suicide, just felt like it was just me against the world. And to place the voids, I just put different men in different areas to fulfill me. And I don't really think I cared if I got caught, because at that point I didn't really love anybody. I lost everybody that I really truly love. So it was like, I really don't care. I'm just doing something to just be doing it because I can, and was getting away with it. I never had like people in the same area, in the same circle. Like, it was never like that. Like, they were all stretched out. But I'm gonna tell you, it in the end, I regretted it a lot.
Right.
Because it's hard not being you, right? So even with my brokenness, men just naturally would draw to me. And that attraction, that chemistry, whether it was conversation, whatever it was just always something connecting us. And I broke some hearts, and that was hard.
I bet you did. You pretty too.
Well, thank you.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. But I did. When I realized the damage that I had done to them, that's what changed me. That's what made me fall to my knees and say, God, this is not me. I need you to clean me up.
Come on now.
I need to be restored, because I can't bear knowing what I've done and walk around like it's okay.
Right.
I said, I can't live with myself like that. Seeing somebody try to commit suicide behind me. I can't balance that. I can't function, and I think to this day, maybe 3 of them refuse to date. They just refuse to date. I'm good. I don't, after that, I don't want to date nobody. And that's something that I have to, be accountable for, because I did that. I had to own that. I did that. And it's hard. It's hard trying to recover from that, because in the back of your mind, you always thinking, when I'm gonna reap that.
Ooh! Yeah. My goodness. I have a woman of God that said, Yolanda, okay, Queen. She said, why don't people just leave the marriage instead of cheating? Why don't they just leave?
Financial reasons most of the time.
Okay.
Financially, nobody wants to give it up. Sometimes people use the children. They just don't want to break up the home and try to raise their children outside. It's various reasons. Everybody has mentally and spiritually, you would think if you're not happy, just get out of it. Yeah,
Right,
that's a mature thing to do. But on the flip side of that, even now, it's hard just being one person in a household.
Right. Yeah.
If you got two incomes and y'all splitting everything, or you got this man who's taking care of everything and you got this lavish life where you don't even have to pay no bills, who's gonna get that up? Who?
You said who? And you can cheat and get away with it and still get them bills get paid. But you don't love them though.
But I think the thing, you don't love yourself.
Woo!
There you go.
Come on, Coach.
You don't love yourself. Mind you, I just told you when I went through what I went through, I was tapped out mentally, emotionally, physically. I was tapped out.
And so you can't really feel their pain. So because you said until you came and you realize, that's when you realize what you've done and the pain that you caused them. But so while you're out there cheating, you really don't feel their pain, their hurt. You don't, if you get caught, because you said, I didn't care, because you said I tapped out. I had things I was going through. I was traumatized. I had death. I had, things that caused you to be numb. You didn't feel. So that's why you have to blame yourself. So for y'all men out there and ladies, when somebody cheat on you, you can't blame. Listen, it's not you. It is them. Okay, so I'm gonna say that. All right, Apostle, you want to add to that?
I'm gonna say this one out. I'm gonna say this one out.
Save your reputation, Apostle. Don't do it.
I'm just saying, like, this right here is just really good, because we thinking that women just out there just cheating because they have low self-esteem. Like you say, they don't love themselves, but there's other reasons why, and do you possibly think that, maybe because she's caught in it, like you say, vulnerable. That's the thing right there. If this is the thing, a man, men, just like women, can see when that woman is genuinely happy and when that man is genuinely happy. We can see, we can tell. We look at them and be like, oh, they happy. Oh, they look so happy. We can tell. So somebody I think somebody said a predator on here, but somebody, they can see that. And some people, don't you know, they prey on women of God, men of God. They prey on them. They have a spirit on them, and that spirit of lust or whatever, just like Apostle said, they prey on them. They see that weakness, and they say, I'm going in for the kill. And not that they really want you. It's a game for them. So they're going to come after you, find out your weakness, take you out, find out what you like, buy you flowers, spend that time, be romantic. And they just really just want to get that so they can say, I had that, and they keep on moving, and leave you even more broken because you're already going through it. It's just something, you know what I'm saying? Like, people really prey on your weakness. They prey on the fact that your spouse may be lacking in an area, or you're not happy, but you're really not happy. It's not because of your spouse. You're just not happy with yourself,
right?
And so and it's like you said, you're going to attract what's in you. You got to cheat at home, and guess what? You're going to attract another cheater. He don't want you either. Because why would somebody want you? You married. Why would they be okay with being with you? Going through
divorce, or any of it. You gotta look at the real big picture behind it, because when you're going through, the most attractive thing about you is your features, right? Nobody is attracted to your soul. Nobody's attracted to the anointing. Nobody's attracted to your heart. They're attracted to the outer appearance of you. That's the first thing people see, is the outer appearance of you. So when you open your mouth and you begin to tell people, I'm going through, I'm dealing with, I'm coming out, that triggers okay, I got something I can play with now. Let me spin the block. Let me see how vulnerable and weak this person really is. But see, what men don't understand about women is that we naturally have an intuition.
Yes, we do.
Naturally. Okay. And it's even 10 times worse when you're anointed, because that discernment is so serious.
Come on.
And I tell people all the time, don't get saved because you want the power of God. Get saved because you want the love of God, because the love of God is his power. And when God loves you, God protects you. He covers you. And you don't keep up a wall because he's already got you armored. You know what I'm saying? He says put on the whole armor. So you already armored. So whenever these Jezebel spirits, and they can be in men and women, when these Jezebel spirits start approaching you, guess what God does? He triggers that. He triggers that in your prayers. He starts showing you things. Now, it's up to you to see it. If you don't see it, it's because you don't want to see it.
Right.
Because God says warning comes before destruction. So he'll give you insight to something. But how you perceive it is up to you. So I got a scenario for you ladies. I want to know how you feel about this.
Okay.
If you're dating someone, y'all can be in ministry or not in ministry, but a person walks away from you and they say, I'm stepping away because I need God to work on me. I need God to fix me. And then you come into the knowledge that this person has been talking to someone else. But not only that, this person now is embedded in witchcraft. With a broken heart, can you handle the responsibility of interceding and praying for the person that hurt you? Or do you sit back and you allow the hurt to hurt them?
You got to be the bigger person. You're going to have to intercede for them. God calls us to love the people, but not the sin. I'm not going to sit here and hold, look, prophet over here like, hold up, wait a minute. You got to be the bigger person.
You didn't see Sis' face. She froze up for a minute because come on, sis.
Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me because you know, I'm just saying, you know, the fleshly part. We say just let them. They need to suffer. They didn't eat that a little bit. But when you think about them, they start going through. It's not pretty at all. Because that stuff it'll flip on you. And what you have, that witchcraft that you done tapped into, that you done got it, it'll flip on you. And that thing that you try to impose on them, it comes back to you, but it comes back like worse, way worse. And you start looking bad, you're being distorted, you start looking toe up, they think drugs on you, that bad mojo is on you because of the witchcraft that you done been involved in. That mess done turned around on you and stuff, you know. And then, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm really gonna have to pray. You know, God, should I be praying for them? Because maybe you got them in a place where they got to pay for some stuff. I don't know. So I will be in prayer mode. Let me pray before I pray, because some stuff that people have done, you know, God is allowing them to go through that stuff, you know. And I gotta really be in, you know, because you done got caught up in that. I just want to get up out this at this point. I find out that you got that stuff and you dealing with witchcraft and stuff like that. And I'm here to help you, you know, and I may be praying and getting caught up between you and somebody else with I'm gonna be in prayer about that. That's just, you know.
Oh my God. I think I mean, like Apostle said, I can love you and pray for you from a distance, right? Because the forgiveness is not for that person, it's for you. It's for your release. And I asked that question because I went through that. I encountered it. And when the Lord showed it to me, I was just like, I ain't praying for that Negro. And
That's
the
how
Lord,
you feel at 1st. Mm-hmm.
the Lord dealt with me, and He said, "Chosen one,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't allow you to go through something that I couldn't bring you out of."
Come on.
He said, "I've called you for such a time as this. I didn't tell you who you would have to pray for. I didn't tell you how you would have to pray for them, but I've called you as an intercessor, and I need you to get on your face and pray." And so I immediately called my prayer goons, and I was like, "Hey, jump on the line. I'm going in
That's
the
what we're
closet."
gonna need right there.
Come
Call
on,
them.
closet.
I ain't going in this by myself.
Yeah. When I went in the closet, y'all, I'm telling y'all, that prayer did something for me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It was a release that I needed.
Yes.
When I came out better than I went in.
Come
I
on.
understood now that, oh, there was an assignment attached to this, not just a lesson.
Come on.
And so from there, God just began to elevate me and accelerate me and open doors that no man can shut and shut doors that no man can open. And it's sad when somebody breaks your heart and they have to watch you from afar still win.
Okay.
And still watch you win.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Pray for the people. Pray for
the people. Pray for them, y'all. Don't be like me, talking about I gotta pray before I pray. Pray for them, y'all. You heard the woman of God say pray for them. So don't take my advice. Pray for them, okay? Because it set you free. Okay. It set you free. So unforgiveness is a form of hatred. So we can't be unforgiving and say Jesus is the Lord. Amen. Amen. Okay, y'all. This has been such a blessing. Why do women cheat? We done got into some really good things. Is there anything that you all would like to share with the audience? Anything you would like to encourage them, and anything that you all are any encouraging words for them? We'll start with that. Any encouraging words?
Go ahead, Apostle.
I would just say, first of all, find out who you are. Find out who God says you are, because your identity has a lot to do with who you become. Okay. We take on so many titles: baby mama, girlfriend, that, her, all these different things, negative connotations that people have placed in our lives, and we accept them. But we don't sit back and look at God has called us. Who has God said we are? And when you really find out who God says you are, you'll start looking at yourself differently, and you'll start demanding people treat you differently.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I think just to piggyback off of that, the advice I would tell anyone before you, especially women, let me say this to our women in the audience on tonight. As Apostle said, examine yourself, right? But also, before you even get in the mindset of wanting to cheat, remember you're a wife when he finds you, not a wife when you take his last name. So in order for you to be a wife, you have to carry yourself in a wife-like manner. Don't put yourself out there to gain a reputation that's gonna be hard for you to battle in life with. Don't let your good be spoken evil of. So that means that you really have to see God in you. Because if you don't see God in you, the enemy is going to see everything they need to see in you to attack you. And that is going to literally cause you to lose who you are. And when you lose you're the hardest person to find.
Woo! Come on now.
You're the hardest person to find. And it's not worth it. At the end of the day, it's not worth it. Be diligent with who you are and your value. And don't take on all that masculinity of trying to prove something.
Come on.
You got to be a Proverbs 31, baby. You got to walk in elegance. Baby, I don't care how mad you are. Let me tell you something. You look better leaving than you do.
Ooh.
You look better because, baby, don't nobody miss nothing until it's gone.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You look better leaving. Stop allowing yourself to be like everybody else. Find your authenticity. Own it. Brand it. Wear it. Sport it. Dress it up. I don't care how bad you might feel about your relationship or your marriage. Baby, get up, get dressed, and if you don't look good for nobody, look good for yourself.
Yourself. Come on now.
Get in the mirror. Put that light on you. You hear me? Put that light on you. Let your light shine. Baby, because I'm telling you, the way to make a Negro act right is get right. Get yourself right.
Come on.
Get yourself right. And that'll get them right. But stop belittling who you are because of what you're being attacked with. If a man think that he can find somebody better than you, let him.
Yeah.
Let him. I promise you, God got a whole pit full of Boazes out here. Let him. Stop settling. Stop battling with the insecurities of you're not good enough, because you are. God created you in the image of his liking, not everybody else's. Love yourself. Love yourself, and then others will learn how to love you.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Oh, that's good. And ladies, while y'all are at it, if you find yourself becoming weak, you find that nice looking fella, you find that they start looking good, stay away from them. Stay away from them. Avoid them, and you pray for yourself, because you find yourself in some trouble. It's not worth it. It's not worth your reputation. It's not worth, because once you do it, I truly believe it's like some form of contamination that takes place. And then you just get to the point where you try to justify it. And then that spirit that's in him going to try to influence you to keep doing it, or why you're doing it and why it's okay, and not why you don't feel bad anymore. You don't feel convicted. You know what I'm saying? You'll keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it becomes an issue, becomes a major problem. So if you know that you're married, and whether it's good or not, whether it's going well or not, and you see that nice looking fella that you're interested in, or he catches your eye, try to find yourself not being by yourself with him, and work on that, work on it, because it could be something that you have been exposed to that's open and cause you to be vulnerable, and don't entertain it, because I've encountered some women of God that are married, okay, and they're going through some things, and a man will come along, would give them just what their husband is not doing. They open the door for them. They compliment, they smell good, they look nice, they spend time with them, they say good morning, beautiful, they compliment them, they say all of the right things, and then you text them back, good morning, thank you, man of God. When it grows, every little itty bitty thing, and it starts with the compliments, because we love compliments. So one of y'all wanting to say something about that?
I do. I want to interject here too, because we keep saying the man comes along. I want you to think about women, to think about sis that comes along, okay, and sees you in your vulnerable state. I want you to think about that sister that, she sees you going through whatever, and now she's calling you. Everything okay? You good? You need anything? You could come over here. Let's do this. Let's do that. And y'all hanging out and doing all of these things. Because that was my story. And so I told you I was going to get to the good stuff.
Oh.
It's time. So, because I need to put this out here. There's so many people who deal with same-sex relationships, and we ignore it because it's not a man. It's not a man. That's my sister. So it doesn't matter. It's still cheating. It is still cheating. And so My story went, my husband did absolutely nothing but love me. Okay, he loved me, and for that I repaid him by sleeping with my sister. Right.
Right.
And I was gonna take it to my grave. I was taking this to my grave because don't nobody need to know that.
Right.
But God said, not so.
Not so.
Not so. You will let the man of God know what's going on.
Woo!
And as I was giving my very, very first testimonial of my life, and I was at a conference full of people that I did not know. And I'm telling them everything. I was okay with the rape, the molestation. I was okay with all of that. But in the midst of me spilling my beans, the tea came out. And I looked like, oh my gosh, did I really just say that in front of all of these people? And guess who was in the audience? My husband. God will expose you. He will expose you. I don't care how good you dress it up, how you try to make it look beautiful. We had, in everyone's eyes, we had the absolutely perfect marriage. And again, he did nothing. He did nothing. But I did not deal with the lust that was inside of me. I didn't even know it was there. I didn't even know it was there.
Right.
But when you've been molested by your girl cousins, your boy cousins, you've been in the club scene, you've been living this life, just wow. And you haven't dealt with that thing inside of you, that beast grows.
Woo!
It grows. And so God said, no, we're not. No, this comes out. And so after it came out in the conference, then I had to write a book. And surely, God, you wouldn't tell me to put that in there. Surely you would not. But he did. He did. And so here we are. And so I have no problem sharing this because this is the way that our children are coming up. They see it everywhere. It's okay. It's another woman. It's another man. It is not okay. God never created us to be like that. He created man for woman, woman for man, not for us to be with the same sex. And then I had to have known that it was wrong. Why? Because I was shameful. I didn't want to tell anybody. So I had to have known that something inside was saying this is not right. Yet you still did it. And so I share that story. And yes, my husband and I are still together 14 years later.
Come on.
And when I made that vow that it would never happen again, because I did, woman of God, I saw what I did to him. I saw that look. I saw the hurt. I saw the pain. But when I made a vow to God, gave my life to God, and told my husband, this will never happen again. Man, woman, nothing. It will never. And it has not ever. And so I do share that because I don't want us to think that because I step outside with my sis, it's okay. It's not. It's not okay.
Yeah.
I have a question. What are some of the things after you've cheated and you've repented and let it be made known? What are some of the things that you do to assure, your spouse? Because there's some things that you have to do. Like, let's say if you go to the grocery store, okay, I'm going to the grocery store. And while you're there, okay, here, I've made it to the grocery. I know, it don't sound like it don't make any sense, but it's almost like, because you got to build that trust back up again. So when you say you're going somewhere, you go there. You say you're going to be doing something, you do it. If I text you, text back. If I call you, answer the call. So it's almost like having to build that trust. Did you find yourself having to do those steps, to try to prove or show him that, hey, that will never happen again, and this is what I'm going to do, moving forward to make sure I help build that trust back up. If you ask me questions, I'm not going to get offended. I'm going to answer you. Are there some things that you had to, some adjustments you had to make to assure him, or do you have that? Because maybe just with women, maybe, but guys don't need all of that.
Not really. Not really. Other than my word. Other than my word and the full understanding that I knew if it did happen again, that was it. That was
Right.
it. Like he forgave me that one time, but yeah, he not forgiving me again. That's not gonna happen. So I honor him so much more than I did. This was in the beginning of our marriage, and so I didn't know how to be a wife. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't really
Got
understand, and
you.
it's not an
Mhm.
excuse. Okay, it's not an
Right.
excuse. However, I am now at this place where I understand the respect that a man needs.
Come on.
Women need love, men need respect. I understand that now, and so I'm at a different place. And so, yeah, and we both openly do share our location. This is where I'm going. Hey, I'm gonna be a little bit late, things like that. But again, my full mindset is that I love God too much and I'm afraid of God.
Yes.
I fear God too much to play with you and to play with my life.
Yes, that's it.
I'm not gonna die behind some foolishness.
And
Mm-mm.
that is
Man,
something. That's something that you say because you don't see that coming, especially if you're a woman and you've been straight all your life, but you've had some wounds, you had some hurt, and so and another woman comes along. We think about the men all the time, but we don't think about, like you said, sis coming along, woman of God. We're young, saying still got wounds, still got hurt. You don't think about I'm, I'm finding her to be attractive, or pretty, or my body's doing something when I'm around her, like. I'm talking, I'm feeling more comfortable, whatever, so those are things that we have to, that's another conversation for another time. But I'm just saying, like, the things that goes along with that before it gets to the point where you start, kissing and being intimate with them and things like that. Those are other things that goes along with that. Just like with the man, when you look him in the eyes and you can tell he's interested, and you look at, what I'm saying, that thing, goes hand in hand. But like you said, get you when you're young. You know what I'm saying? When you don't know any better, you still don't know who you are. You're still trying to figure yourself out, and that spirit comes in. You know what I'm saying? So, woman of God, thank you for your transparency. I see Yolanda, she said the same thing. She said, I'm gonna go back to it. She said, thank you for your transparency and helping other women so we can be aware.
Absolutely.
Isn't that something? So that we can be aware, because we don't look at that. We don't pay that no mind. And it's easy to get caught up. So we can sit there and look and judge, but we don't understand what could have caused it, how it got to that, because it gets there. Just like a woman cheating on a man, it happens. And we have to be aware of that kind of stuff. We have to be aware. So this has been so good. So you got your book. Tell us about the name of your book so we can look it up, get it on Amazon, read it and things like that. Apostle, can you tell us some more about it? I was trying to see if I can find it. If I can.
Sure. So the life story is pictured perfect. It's pictured with the ED at the end, perfect. And again, it's my life story from the age of 9 up until about 40. And so I just share with the reader various things that I dealt with in my life, as well as there are excerpts and activities inside to help you go through. So we talk about healing, we talk about restoration, we talk about all of those things. So it's not just a book where you're reading, but you're going to have to do some introspection yourself to help you throughout. That was my first book. I do have a trilogy out, which is called the Restoration Trilogy. It is The Restored Woman, The Restored Man, and Released in Love. And then I have a few planners out and journals.
Okay. And so I'm going to see if I can.
Amazon, I'm sorry.
You said they're all on Amazon.
They're on Amazon. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if I can find them in your. I don't think I included it in your bio, so I was going to see if I can copy and paste it. Oh yes, I see it. Okay, I'm gonna have to see. Can you come back into the same can you come back in here and tag us so we can be able to purchase it on Amazon? Okay,
Yes.
Coach.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us what you have, your books and coaching? How can we reach you and things like that?
So if you are on Facebook, the easiest way to reach me is through Facebook. You can go to my profile. I have a link there where you can click, schedule a booking appointment, whatever you need. Our first initial point of contact is free, but I also have a website, coachrenee.com. You can go on there. You can book me. You can pick the type of sessions you want. There's various sessions that I offer. I currently right now am in the process of releasing 3 books. So God is doing some amazing things, y'all. It is, oh my God, it is running wild. But I have just come out of a lot of devastating situations here in the last year and a half, and God has just been adding chapters. And so
Come on.
follow me on Facebook, Author Brandy Pyburn. Just click the follow button, because that's where you're gonna get all the updated features, news regarding me, magazines, articles, just whatever I'm indulging in. That's where it hits first. It drops there like it's my own personal newspaper. So a lot of people just know me from Facebook. I just tell people, Google me. Just Google my name. It'll take you to all my handles. You'll find me on TikTok, Instagram. I'm everywhere. YouTube. I'm everywhere. You can't just put my name in Google and you'll get connected. But definitely get connected, follow. Just get ready, because 2025 is getting ready to be a flight like none other. I'm just ready for takeoff.
Wow. Okay. And y'all make sure y'all follow these women of God. They are all on Facebook. And y'all, guess what? We are also on Believe in God, BIG gospel radio station as well. So y'all stay in tune, because we're gonna continue having some beautiful guests to join us on the radio show. We're gonna be live on Facebook, YouTube. We're gonna be everywhere. This thing gonna go live. It's gonna go live around the world. Okay. And so y'all continue to stay tuned, to continue to follow these women of God. Reach out to them. If y'all need any coaching, y'all come to Coach Pyburn. Come through, because Coach got the information. If y'all don't heard her speak, she got it for you. And then we have Apostle, eloquent, soft-spoken, educated, gonna give you, it's gonna be transparent and honest, gonna tell you the truth, gonna be real with you. Y'all need to connect with them. Y'all want relief, y'all want release, y'all want the truth. Y'all come to these women of God. I'm just saying, they have helped me. They have been such a blessing to me, and they surely have helped me out on tonight. So, women of God, thank y'all so much. I know that these kings and queens that was tuning in, they have been commented. They've been right here with us on tonight. I know they have been blessed. But y'all stay tuned. There will be more. These women of God got a lot more in store for you. So we're going to make sure that we add their information in, so y'all can connect with them. Okay. Is there anything else y'all would like to share before we close?
I just want to just as real as I can be. Just, man, this season that God is doing is phenomenal. That you don't want to miss your flight with God this season. God is exposing people. God is putting before you the do's and the don'ts. Y'all have to understand, God is a God who will not fail, and he is really about his children. And if you are sincere in your heart about you, just know that God does not play about you. And you have got to get in order, because God is ready to take you to heights that you didn't even know you were qualified for. But you got to be in alignment. Allow yourself to be free from bondage. Whatever has happened in your past, it does not dictate your future. Let me say that again. Whatever has happened in your past, it does not dictate your future. Get in alignment with God, so that you can live a prosperous life for the remainder of your days. And I'm praying for y'all. God bless you.
Amen.
Amen. Will that be all? Anything you want to share, Apostle, before we go?
No, just thank you so much for the opportunity to be here tonight, and had an amazing time with you and Coach, and excited to see all that God is going to do with the both of you all, and this new year that's coming in. So exciting things.
No, that's right. I was gonna do something on tonight, but this I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna do a giveaway, shapewear giveaway, but I'm just gonna do that for another time. So we're not gonna belong the time anymore. This has been so super good, and this has been a whole blessing for me. And I look forward to all the beautiful things that God is going to do. So thank you, kings and queens that came in. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for tuning in with us on, let me go back to it, Big Media Gospel Radio on Nubian Queen Talk Show. I love you all. Thank you, queens, for being on the show with us. And thank you, kings and queens, for being here and sharing this opportunity with us. I love you all. Y'all take care of yourselves. Until next time, peace and blessings.
God bless you.
Bless.
Welcome to Nubian Queen Talk Show, where we share our truths, tell our stories, and discuss our journey while inspire others to be who God has called them to be unapologetically. Allow us to introduce the amazing host, Queen Yolanda Mitchell.